Many times I'm asked, how do we fight the ego? What is the ego? And what are the advantages of overcoming the ego? So, this is a very interesting question because fighting the ego is the ultimate melodrama of the ego. But let's look at what the ego is. It's our sense of individual identity. Our sense of individual identity is rooted in the ego and is a controlled hallucination based on non local awareness, identifying itself with selected wisps of memory and threads of desire. It lacks inherent existence, yet we defend it fiercely. Seriousness and self importance, which stem from self pity, characterize this imaginary ego. And to transcend the ego, all you have to do is simply observe bodily contraction that occurs when identifying with thoughts and opinions. Here's the trick: don't try to defend the ego, just actually practice mindfulness meditation to increase overall bodily awareness. This will help you notice subtle physical changes much more easily. Pay attention to the tension in your muscles, especially in the jaw, shoulders, and abdomen. These are areas that often tighten when we feel defensive. Notice changes in your breathing patterns. Shallow, rapid breathing can indicate ego activation. Be aware of your heart rate. An increased pulse may accompany ego defense reactions. I had this, by the way, when I was debating Richard Dawkins back in the days. Observe your posture. You may unconsciously stiffen or take a more closed off stance when defending your ego. Listen to the tone of your voice. A change in pitch or volume can signal ego activation. Watch for physical sensations like a knot in your stomach, a tightness in your chest. Notice if you feel heat rising in your face and you start to flush, um, and also heat rising in your neck, which can indicate emotional reactivity. So, what happens when we disengage from the ego? Well, lots of things happen. Number one, infinite creativity. Freed from the ego's need for validation and fear of failure, we can explore ideas without self censorship or judgment. This allows for more innovative and unconventional thinking. Compassion and love. Without the ego's constant self focus, we become more attuned to others' needs and expressions. This fosters deeper empathy and genuine connection with others. Open mindedness. The ego often clings to fixed beliefs and opinions. Letting go of this rigidity allows us to consider new perspectives and learn from diverse viewpoints. Limitless imagination. Ego driven fears and doubts can constrain our imagination. Releasing these limitations enables us to envision possibilities beyond our current reality. And finally, evolution of consciousness. By shedding the ego's resistance to change, we become more adaptable and open to personal growth. This facilitates continuous learning and self improvement. Disengaging from ego driven self importance creates space for more expansive, interconnected way of living, for a more expansive, interconnected way of being and living. It allows us to tap into a deeper wellspring of creativity, empathy, and wisdom that exists beyond our limited sense of self. So, in one word or one sentence, give up being right. So, and by the way, if you have further questions, you will be reading this book soon, but digitaldeepak.ai is already there to answer your queries. Check it out. Thank you.